Hello there, and today we have a really quick short news video. This is from Engadget.com and it's only one article. Link in description. So it turns out that a company called GameVice is suing Nintendo for allegedly violating a patent for concepts used in the WikiPad, its gaming-oriented Android tablet. So basically, this company is saying that Nintendo ripped them off from this device, and also the namesake of its add-on controllers for phones and tablets. Could be, I've never heard of this thing before, but let's continue. The article states, according to the suit, the Switch and its removable Joy-Con controllers are too close to GameVice's vision of a combination of detachable game controller and a device with a flexible bridge section. Okay. Not surprisingly, the lawsuit calls for both damages and a ban on Switch sales. Yeah, so that's not good for Nintendo. Neither company is commenting on this publicly. Alright. So the article states that the Nintendo Switch is what the WikiPad could have been. Keywords there are could have been. I think maybe even the person that wrote this article didn't even believe it, honestly. It sounds a lot like speculation. Okay, so here's my commentary, which is why I think you guys came here, because the news you can get anywhere else. How can this play out? I foresee 1, 2, let me count them because I wrote them down here. I foresee 1, 2, now one branches off to 2, so basically 5 scenarios. Or 6 scenarios actually, let me see. So there's several ways this can turn out. So let's look at the first one that I have here. 1. Nintendo countersues or wins the case really quickly, and that is the end of that, without a problem to Nintendo, no harm done, business as usual. That's the optimistic version, right? 2. Nintendo loses the case really quickly from here. Nintendo loses the case really quickly, and from here we branch out to 2 other possibilities. So let's say they lose the lawsuit really fast. What happens then? 2A. Nintendo stops making the Switch, cuts its losses, and tries something else, or probably dies with the Switch and this lawsuit because the 3DS is too old to keep Nintendo's head above water for much longer. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it goes into third party. I don't know. 2B, the other second scenario to which Nintendo loses really quick. Nintendo pays Game Device a lot of money and has to raise the price of the Switch or lose profits. Either way, it's not good for Nintendo in this second scenario that branches off into 2 sections that I just went over. Okay, scenario 3. The court case drags on for months or even years, which can happen. In the meantime, the developers are shy about supporting a console in limbo state and stop supporting it, the Switch. Basically, Nintendo will still support it probably. They're gonna still make games for it, but third parties like I don't know, man. If let's say we're working on a game right now, it takes 6 more months of testing and whatever, and then it might even be pulled off the shelves before then. I'm not gonna dedicate my resources to make a game for a console that I don't know if it's gonna be alive in 6 months. That kind of reminds me of the Wii U. But in this case, it's a law case that might make this happen, and not the crappy advertisement and just weird stuff that Nintendo was doing. But anyway, so that's another scenario, and that's a really bad one, I think. 4. A slight variation from the previous scenario. So we just went over that one. Now, a slight variation. The court case drags on, and in the meantime, Nintendo is ordered to stop selling the Switch. So in the third scenario, I said, you know what? Maybe they're not forced to stop selling it, but people, other developers, are still gun shy about it. But in this one, they could order Nintendo to stop selling the console, and then it will most likely die, and Nintendo will die with it. Okay, so those are like the first 5 scenarios that I think can happen, or 4.5, I guess, however you want to count it. In only one of those scenarios, Nintendo wins really fast and moves on with its life. The odds are against the gaming giant, but I do not know the exact details of the case, and so I can't say if Nintendo has a good chance of winning or losing. Hopefully they win, honestly. This will suck. But, okay, no, let me rephrase that. Hopefully Nintendo gets justice, whatever that is. If it looks like Nintendo actually sent spies to this company or stole their intellectual property, then yes, Nintendo should have to pay for that. And it'll be kind of like a bittersweet victory for everybody on YouTube, which tries to play Nintendo games on YouTube, and they keep getting copyright strikes on their channel. Okay. Now there's one last section that I want to mention. There's another scenario, kind of, but this one is just speculation from my part, and some of you might think about it and might think it's true, or might think I'm full of crap, but I just want to mention it. So the company that's suing Nintendo simply wants publicity in the gaming world. They tried selling this tablet-like thing. It didn't work. Nobody bought it. I didn't know it existed. I'm pretty sure nobody else did either. So how does it get name recognition? Easy. Sue one of the largest gaming companies on Earth that looks like they're selling something that's similar to your product, and then say they stole your idea. After all, this is how Nintendo became well known in the USA. They didn't sue somebody for really copying their thing or whatever, copying their hardware. But remember, in the 80s, they sued Blockbuster, and it was a big mess. They wanted to sell more games and have less people rent the games, right? But anyway. But after that, Nintendo was well known, and it gained popularity, at least recognition. Yeah, that's it. So what do you guys think? Am I wrong? What do you think will happen? Please comment below. I'll catch you on my next video. Most likely Sunday. Thanks for watching. Bye.